My name is Mohamed Salif. My life in Malta, it is not that much easy, but now I found it wonderful and really useful because I come here in Malta in 2007 with, I come from Guinea, but I left Guinea in 2007. I crossed different countries like Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, and also to Niger. And after Niger, I started the journey to Libya. And in that journey, we had a lot of problems. People died. We lost 5 people in the desert. And after when we arrived to Libya, I went to Tripoli. The government. I went to the police station to help me to get touch with my family. They sent me jail for 3 months. And after that 3 months jail, they free me, and that's mean I've been forced also to leave my continent. So I arrived here in Malta 26 September 2007, and I went to a detention center. They sent me there, the detention center called Halfar. I was there 1 year, and it was really difficult for me to stay there because I had a nightmare. I had trauma. You know, I used to hear voices, and I used to see images, and I don't used to speak English that time. And when I see the doctor and try to tell him my problem, he don't understand because there were not a translation. He used to give me sleeping tablets, and now after that 1 year suffering, I get freedom, and I used to work in St. Luke Hospital. After St. Luke Hospital, my friend used to tell me that Malta is not good, you have to leave Malta. And I also escaped Malta. I went to Italy. The Italian government wanted to deport me back here in 2009. And I don't want it. And I also escaped Italy, and I went to Netherlands. So from Netherlands, my life started changing. Why I say my life started changing in Netherlands? The first, time I get interview with the police immigration in Netherlands, they tell me that the doctor tell me that I don't support to make that interview. Because that time I was hearing voices, shaking my head like this, and from there I knew that I have a problem that's called mental problem, trauma. It's my first time to hear that word of trauma. After that, they sent me also to school for 6 months, and that school helped me a lot. That school helped me to know how to write my name and how to read my name. And that 6 months school, I managed to develop myself a bit. After 2012, they deported me back to Malta. When I arrived back to Malta, I went to prison 4 months because I violated the law of the country with going here without passport. And after that 4 months, I start working, and now I tell myself I have to change something which I knew before. From there, I start to think which kind of things I have to do. The 1st January 2014, December, I was in the restaurant working, and the Happy New Year come, everybody was happy, and I was alone. And I tell myself, this year supposed to be different years than the last. And I start thinking, and I realized that I had a trauma, and now the Maltese government helped me with that trauma, and also the Dutch government. And I start going around, helping people, try to advise immigrants to integrate ourselves into the new society. So I also create a project that's called Our Normal Network. So that is what we are doing now.
Okay. And how is your journey? Instead, you are traveling to start your country, to come to desert, to cross in different countries, and also the sea to come to Malta. How it was?
Yeah, the journey from the desert, it was so difficult. It is unbelievable, because I never knew that I will be in that position in my life. I never knew that when I used to be in my country. But the situation of my country forced me to be in that place. And if I knew also I will not be traveling in that side, it was so difficult. To the Sahara, I can say I really risked my life, but I have to say thank God, because 5 days in the sea, suffering, I don't even know if I will see back my family or if I will see a land where I can go to save my life. So the experience is very difficult, really.
All right. What immigrant is supposed to do to make the life easy in Malta?
I think what we're supposed to do here in Malta to make our life easy, especially we immigrants, is first of all, we have to love ourselves and respect ourselves, and second, we have to love each other and respect each other. We have to believe that we are one, and we have to socialize ourselves between us, and to integrate also the new society. By integrating the new society is we have to integrate also the culture. I think.
So how can to support each other, the African community in here in Malta?
To support each other is very simple for me. I think I'm also trying to do a lot to support every activity that I saw African put hand on. Like I joined few months ago this year, I joined Migrant Network, the beginning of this year, and also I met African Media NGO, and I try to join also that NGO. I'm a part of the members. I'm not the community member, but I am a part of the members, and I'm doing my best to support everything that Africans put hands on here in Malta. And my advice will be, every African who live here in Malta, I will advise you to support the African community and the African activity.
So how can you stop the difficult life and difficult travel? I mean, every year to die a lot of African community from in the continent. How can we stop? How can we advise the community to stop in the crossing for the sea and Sahara and the difficult life?
Thank you. I really love this question, to be honest. To stop this deadly immigration, because I call it deadly immigration. Last year, Africa lost 700 people, innocent. The majority of those people are women and children. This year, we lost triple of that number. We lost 3,100 something, which I know the last few days. And what makes me sad is I never saw an African country who tried to send a soldiers or their own equipment to help the Maltese government or the Italian government to find out those people who drown in the sea. Africa, to stop this, I think the entire world have to be together and try to go back to Africa to advise and engage the African government to support education in Africa.
In my last question, how is it now, the integration of the African community in Malta and the Maltese society?
The integration of the Maltese immigrant here in Malta with the Maltese society is now we are not like 2009 or 2008 when I used to be here. If you are one immigrant, you try to work on some different cities, the Maltese will beat you or do something. But now it's really changed because one, the government has given us the opportunity to stay and they protect the immigrants. Example, I can give you a short example like Greek. The government and also the population, they both do not like the immigration. So that's why we've seen each year thousands of immigrants get abused. But Malta here, the immigrant also, I'm seeing that many immigrants are working now and they are trying to participate to build the economy of the Maltese economy by paying tax. So the thing is growing up bit by bit, really.
Thank you very much, Salif.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.